James Harrison was a man of quiet brilliance, an engineer and newspaper editor in the bustling town of Geelong, Australia, in the mid-19th century. He had always been fascinated by the interplay of temperature and matter. As he watched the world around him, he wondered how something as simple as cold could preserve the essence of life. One hot summer day in 1851, James noticed something peculiar while cleaning the metal type for his printing press. He had been using ether to clean the typeset, and as the ether evaporated, it left the metal cold, even frosty. An idea sparked in his mind. What if he could harness this effect to create a machine that could cool and preserve food? Driven by this idea, James threw himself into his work. He spent long nights in his workshop, surrounded by coils of copper tubing, metal plates, and the constant hiss of his tools. His neighbors often saw the glow of his lamp burning late into the night, the soft clanging of metal echoing through the quiet streets. After months of relentless experimentation, James finally succeeded in creating a working prototype. It was a clunky, noisy machine that used ether to draw heat out of the air inside a chamber, causing the temperature to drop below freezing. He called it the refrigeration machine, though others would later come to know it as the first commercial freezer. Excited by his invention, James quickly realized the profound impact it could have on the world. No longer would people have to rely solely on ice cut from frozen lakes or rivers, which was a seasonal and sometimes unreliable resource. With his machine, fresh food could be preserved for weeks, even months. It could transform industries, from food preservation to brewing, and improve the quality of life for countless people. James decided to test his invention on a larger scale. He built a more refined version of his freezer and installed it at a local brewery. The results were astonishing. The beer was kept cold and fresh far longer than ever before, and word of this miraculous invention spread like wildfire. Soon, orders for his refrigeration machine poured in from all over the world. James Harrison had not just invented a machine, he had revolutionized the way people lived. His freezer became the foundation for modern refrigeration, changing how food was stored and transported, and laying the groundwork for future innovations. Despite his success, James remained a humble man, more interested in his next invention than in fame or fortune. He continued to tinker and explore, driven by a deep curiosity and a desire to make the world a better place. And though the years passed and new technologies emerged, the world would never forget the quiet man from Geelong who had given it the gift of cold.